Um. Okay. I'll talk about that. Young Boy. Let's see if I can find the record. I think I did post about it. NBA. Let me see. I'll go to chart data. And after this, I got to run. All right. So I gotta go all the way back. Young Boy. Well, actually, it'd be the fan pages would be coming up with this. Essentially, apparently, Young Boy has the most like charted songs this year. Let's see. Okay. Anyway, the point is this: Young Boy breaks a lot of records, and I think what's interesting, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is gonna be a conversation for later for Young Boy. A lot of people are gonna start doubting or raising questions about his numbers. I'm gonna tell you why. Because his numbers, when you see him breaking records, is because he frequently drops more than he just drops and is doing crazy numbers. I'll give you an example. Um, Last week, Youngboy was number 2 on the charts. The person who was number 1 is Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny in his 14th or 15th week beat Youngboy. Bad Bunny's dropping 1 album this year. Youngboy might drop 4. You know what I mean? At the end of the year, when we look at sales and we look at streaming numbers overall, Bad Bunny may or may not beat Youngboy, but here's the thing. Youngboy might drop 200 songs, Bad Bunny drop 15. You understand? So again, Youngboy does get a lot of records, but those records, if we divided it by per song dropped, it's not like a Bad Bunny. Now, don't take anything away from him because in reality, most artists would want to drop music more frequently, and Youngboy can. But I think that's where, with his numbers and how impressive they look, like I really went down a rabbit hole of trying to figure out, I'm like, well, I really think Youngboy should have been selling 300,000. Isn't he selling 300,000? And then you kind of go back over all the numbers and you're like, well, maybe with all the great accolades he has and all the great numbers, yes, he's selling. He won't sell 300, but he could sell 100 3 times. Do you get what I mean? He won't sell 300,000 first week, but he can sell 100,000 3 times a year. What do you prefer? Let me ask y'all that question. Would you prefer an artist that sells 300,000 first week, but he drops 1 album, or an artist that could drop 3 albums and sell 100,000 3 times in that year? I think that's an interesting thing to know about Youngboy, and I think that's why a lot of labels, they have liked him, because the thing with streaming is that the more you put out music, the more it revives other music. So I've talked to labels about this. The reason why they're not interested in selling people's catalogs or giving their catalogs back to the artists is that they're hoping that the artist, like for example, say Meek, they're hoping that Meek has to go somewhere and drops 10 projects. Every time Meek drops a project, everybody's gonna go back to championships. Dreams worth more than money, and they make money from that. You get what I mean? So they want Meek to go drop 10 projects because their project is always going to be the most popular because according to the algorithms of streaming. It's one of those things. All right, people.